Hey guys, welcome to the review show. My name's Austin. The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live stars Andrew Lincoln and Denai Guerrero. In another world built on war against the dead, Rick Grimes and Michonne attempt to find each other and who they are. Out of all the spin-off shows that they came out with, this was the one I was most excited about. And the other ones weren't the greatest. I've watched them, sat through them. I did record a review for the Daryl Dixon one for season 1. Apparently there's a season 2. People are really liking these spin-off shows, I guess, which good for them. But for most part, whenever a Walking Dead spin-off show, it's just not the greatest, and most of these have not been that good, especially comparable to the Walking Dead main show as a whole and the early on seasons. I just couldn't really get into them, and I just don't find them as the quality as they should be. But out of all of them, this is the one I was looking forward to, and the one that kind of really matters the most. It's Rick Grimes. And I'm going to get a little minor spoilers with the main show. So if you haven't seen the main show, you probably want to click off this video because this contains some. I mean, like, it picks up after some time that Rick disappears in the main show, and that's what this one is about. So I guess that's the most spoiler lead that you're gonna get out of that. I was really looking forward to this one. I like Rick Grimes as a character. I like Andrew Lincoln as this character, and probably one of my favorite characters out of the whole entire show, besides maybe Daryl. Michonne she's a fine character. I think she's badass, and but I think they do have a good chemistry. Andrew and Denaya, that's pretty sure how you say her name. They have really good chemistry. You buy their relationship, and yeah, I just overall, I think that this I don't know, limited series or whatever they were gonna do, because they originally this was supposed to be a 3 trilogy movie, but it turned into this, and this is fine. It's watchable. The problem with these recent Walking Dead stuff is that the actual dead, the zombies, are not really a threat anymore. Here it's really focused on Rick Grimes, his mental state, and Michonne's mental state, and them, finding each other and all of that. But you can still have the zombies be zombies and have them be a big threat. And there's a lot of stuff in this show where it's like, oh well, that was pointless. Oh, why did we do that, not this? There's so many moments in this. It seems like that the solution could have been solved instantly right then and there. And it's just like, why did we drag this out? For tension? Oh, okay. I get that you need tension in the show, but at least have it be meaningful tension. Rick Grimes does something in the show very early on in the episodes, and it's like, okay, I don't know why you're doing this. You could have tried this before doing that, but okay, you're going there. Oh, and it's pointless. All right. There is so many moments like that. It's like, what was even the point? And I get the point of what they were doing, but in that moment, it makes zero sense, because sometimes a character will do something and it screws themselves over later on anyways. Like, you have these stragglers in some point in the season, and they're helped by our main characters. The next 2 seconds later, they backstab our characters. It's like, what was the point of this fucking scene? To show that people are dicks in this world? We already know that. So I don't. What's the point of this scene? I don't get it. And this whole entire build up to the CRM, who are, I don't know them that much from the comics, but they are I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be like the big baddie in the comics at some point later on, and here like they're not really that big of a. Well, I mean, they are a big of a threat, but they are so resolved pretty like easy. Everything is resolved in a voiceover. It's like, oh, so you're telling me only this one part had all this going on and no one else knew about any of it, and all you needed to know was this one little thing to be like, no, I don't agree with any of this, what's going on, so I'm going to mess up their plans. And apparently it took them years to mess up these plans. It's like, like, Michonne comes up with this idea, like, what if we do this? And it's like, and it literally just involves basically mass murder, Mass killing is basically the way of saying it. You have this guy who keeps trying to hire Rick to be part of his like secret ops type of deal that doesn't involve the CRM, so they can uprise, take over the CRM, and make it a better place. And it's like, why did the guy not just do this? Like clearly nothing was working for how many years, and you're playing out the long game. And Michonne comes in, it's like, let's do that. All right, all done. Problem solved. They just kind of make Rick Grimes a idiot throughout this whole entire season. Like he's not the same. Like I get they also show that this isn't the same Rick Grimes, but early on in the season when he is still the same guy that we as him know, that we've seen him from the previous seasons of the original show, the many attempts that he tries to escape are very low. I'm pretty sure it's like there's a 5 year time span that we see him in the first episode, and it jumps a couple more years after that. But during those 5 years or so, he only escapes like 5 times. He only tries to escape 5 times, and when everyone has the conversation, like, you tried to come back to us. It's like, no, not really. He didn't really try. It's like, if you really want to say that he tried, maybe make it more than 5. I just think 5 is like a little bit too low. Like I would accept in maybe I don't know, 10 escape attempts throughout 3 years, and over time maybe you add maybe 1 or 2 more escape attempts for him, just be like, I don't, the amount of times I tried to escape and failed, it's just not worth it anymore. Like maybe something on those lines. But 5 seems like he just gave up way too easily. Do I hate this? No, I don't. This show did not get me on my nerves like the Dead City one with Maggie and her freaking annoying uplifting drama of her hating Negan. It's like, I thought we got over that. It's stupid. Like, and the amount of times where she is being dumb, literally in the first episode, there's these groups of walkers. She kills one, and she makes this fucking outright scream. And I'm like, did none of those walkers hear her scream? Okay. And you have the Daryl Dixon show, which isn't that bad either, but it's not very good. It's this subplot with the kid I didn't really care about. They don't actually bond over anything. Like, so a lot of these shows ask you to care about these new characters, and I simply don't. And this one doesn't really try to get you that much of attached of any characters. If there's a new character on screen, most likely that character is going to die. there's like mostly like if a character gives their 5-minute exposition of their backstory, it's like, don't need to worry about you. You're going to be dead. And it's like, okay, cool. Well, we don't have to worry about that. At least in the other shows, they try to drag it out for a couple episodes. It's like, oh, well, okay, well, nice knowing you, I guess. I can give this show that credit, that it just really wants you to care about Rick Grimes, Michonne, and their journey, and them trying to get back home. And that's kind of the satisfying part about this show, is the conclusion of everything, because this is what's been building up. You want to see Rick Grimes finally get his piece, basically. I'm going to give The Walking Dead: The Ones Who Live a C+. I did honestly find the show entertaining, and I did want to see Rick Grimes, and whenever he was there, I'm like, all right, I'm rooting for you, dude. I am rooting for you. Let's do this. And it does take a bit to get back to the Rick Grimes that we know in a couple of episodes, and it sucks that there are only 6 episodes, because I would have liked this, maybe because the stuff that they wanted to do, it seems very rushed. And if they gave them a couple more episodes, or maybe if this was a movie, I think it probably would have been better as a movie, because then they will take out a lot of the other crap that doesn't need to be in here, like this other faction that Michonne meets. Take that out, and and next we give more of them and Rick type of moment. Like, just have her already show up at the CRM. Like, you don't need her journey anyways. Like, probably gonna get a lot of hate for crapping on the show, because there's a lot of big people that are fans of it, And it's like, I'm just here giving my opinion. So if you hate me for that, oh, well, then go check out our Walking Dead commentary series that I'm doing with Cliff on the channel, where we're giving it a lot of praise at the moment. So if you want to feel some praising, that's where you're going to find your praise. But I'm going to speak the truth anyways. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like always, I'll see you guys next review. Bye, guys.